Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So, in this video, we're doing chapter 5, verse 4, and this is a little bit confusing to me. It's not very complicated, I guess. So, both Prabhupada as well as Swami Mukundanand have a slightly different take on this verse, but overall, it's the same, and it's not as huge or profound, I guess. It doesn't really matter, is what I'm getting to. Okay, so let's sing this together. 5.4 Sankhya Yoga Prithak Balah Pravadanti na Panditah Ekamapyasthitah Samyug Ubhayorvindate Phalam. The translation is only the ignorant speak of devotional service or karma yoga as being different from the analytical study of this material world, which is Sankhya. Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to any one of these, I'm adding the word any one of these, achieves achieves the result of both. Okay, and Swami Mukundanand says, only the ignorant speak of Sankhya, renunciation of actions, or Karm Sannyas, and Karm Yoga, work in devotion, as different. Those who are truly learned say that by applying ourselves to any one of these paths, we can achieve the results of both. So he does use the word any one of these, so it makes it a little bit okay. So let's go through word by word. Sankhya Yoga Prithak Bala. Sankhya is the analytical study of the material world, and Yoga, so this is something like, to me, yoga is just such a generic word which means any kind of yoga. Like the physical yoga that we do is also yoga, like anything can be yoga. But when they say yoga here, they specifically mean work in devotional service, and both Prabhupada as well as Swami Mukundanand have translated it as that, work in devotional service. Karma yoga, basically, not just yoga but karma yoga. Maybe from the context it's coming because he's talking about all of that. Prithak are different, Bala less intelligent. So only the less intelligent, and then it'll continue, but say that the work in Karma Yoga, work in devotional service, is different from Sankhya, which is analytical study. So the less intelligent say, Pravadanti say, which is the next word, that it's different, that the Karma Yoga and Sankhya are different. So Pravadanti na Panditaha. So let's say the learned never say this. The learned will never say this. Ekamapyasthitah samyog. Ekam, in one, even being situated, complete. So even if a person is situated in one completely, Ubhayor Vindate Phalam. Ubhayor is one of those words that I'd really learned when I was properly learning the first 20 verses of the Gita. Ubhayor means in the middle. Ubhayor Senayor something. So can you please, when Arjuna was saying to Krishna, can you please take the chariot to the middle, Ubhayor, of both armies, Ubhayor, like Senayor. Yeah, okay. So Ubhayor means both. Vindate is enjoys, phalam, phal in Hindi, the result. So even if one is situated completely in one of them, he enjoys the result of both. So in the previous verse, he said that the previous 5.2, he said that it is the karma yoga is more important than karma sannyas, leaving all actions and not doing anything. He said karma yoga is superior, it's vishisht, is superior to karma sannyas, which is like leaving everything and only focusing. And okay, so the difference in the take in him here is he's saying the real student of the aim of study of Sankhya, or of the material world, is to find the soul of existence. The soul of existence is Vishnu, or the super soul. Devotional service entails service to the super soul. One process is to find the root of the tree, and other is to water the root. So find the root, like intellectually find the root, that's Sankhya, and then water the root is devotional service, where we're praying, we're watering the root. So the real student of Sankhya philosophy finds the root in the material world, and then in perfect knowledge engages himself in the service. So he's also then the Sankhya person is then, once he finds that knowledge, he will also engage in service, in devotional service. Therefore, there's no difference. But one who is learned knows that knows the unifying aim in these different processes, that it's the same thing. And what he's saying here, Swami Mukundanand, is that when he's talking about Sankhya, he's not talking about the study of the material. And I'm more leaning towards what Prabhupada is saying here. I think Sankhya is very different from, but he's saying, he's bringing it from the context. He's saying he's talking about karma sannyas. So he's saying the word Sankhya refers to karma sannyas. And Karm Yogi, okay, so now he has this other thing that he's talking about. So there are two different types of renunciation, Falgu Vairagya and Yukul Vairagya. Falgu Vairagya is when people are, Vairagya means renunciation. So when people are renouncing because they find the world cumbersome and they want to run away from their duties. But Yukul Vairagya is when you do not run away from duties and you're doing it. So that's Karma Yoga, basically, where you're renouncing the results, but you're doing your duty. You're not running away from anything. You're not hiding from anything. You're doing your work. You're doing your duty continuously, consistently, but you just don't care about the results. You're doing. I mean, so you're not avoiding pain. You're not trying to avoid pain. So Yukul Vairagya is Karma Yoga, and yeah, and then he gives examples of great kings who, through their kings, even though they were living in royal opulence, they were completely absorbed in God consciousness. So Prahlad, Dhruv, Ambrish, Prithu, Vibhishan, Yudhishthir, all were exemplary karma yogis. I think Sita's father, what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. He was also one of those people. Who were living in so much opulence, but he was very focused in God consciousness and Krishna consciousness. Okay, Vishnu consciousness, I guess, at that time. So one who accepts the objects of the senses, neither yearning for them nor running away from them. This is 5.3. So neither hating them nor that was such a good verse, my goodness. Neither hating them nor desiring them, akanksha, or whatever the other word was. That person, and he knows that everything is the energy of God and everything should be used in his service. Such person is the highest devotee. Yeah, so the learned see no difference between Karma Yoga and Karma Sannyas. By following one of them, both is achieved. And in this case, he's saying the Sankhya is study of the material world. So you go, eventually you're going at the same aim. Once you've figured out that who the super soul is and that it's Vishnu, then you devote yourself to that. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll do chapter 5, verse 5 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with spiritual growth. Radhe Radhe.